Be out here again today. Push out. Set up. All right, ready to go? Going around looking at docks today. Got to put some supplies on ours. See what other people have done. How do you do your cleats? How do you do your bumpers? Any kind of trims? Maybe a storage box or a bench. See what we find. And if you watch this video, if I end up making this into a video, I'm not sure it's going to be a video. If you do, and you have ideas or comments, then share them, because I'm super interested. This is the guy we're working on. I got technically 4 places you can bore, but we're going to trim out maybe 2 of those for right now. We're going to go in the headwind. This is pretty bad today. Go maybe across the river and look at some. Nice to not be in the tandem today, even though I would be less wet already. Feels like I'm in a VW bug today. It's so small after a couple days in the tandem. east, almost direct due east today. Hands are really close. Might be a little bit tighter look. They flew as soon as I raised my hand. Alright, well, never mind. We'll go do that tricked out dock over there. It's on the other side of Slot Creek. Actually a couple docks, then we'll paddle back. It's going to be a fast back because the wind is blowing right. There's a headwind right now for us. Getting smacked. Although the waves are 45 degrees, maybe it's not the headwind. Hit me in the left side of the head, left frontal part of my head. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Blowing on my nautical sea captain cred when I talk like that. I'm gonna turn off and I'll turn back on when we get to some docks. Alright, well yesterday we went to Bamboo or Bamboozled Island, and that's where it was. There's a stick right over there you might not be able to see. That was the one we passed and ran into the dirt, and it's all underwater right now. That's the way it normally looks. Not always obvious. And around the corner here is the Little Wicomico, makes a turn, goes down south. I haven't really had a chance to explore a lot of that yet. It's got a little seagrass island in the middle of it. There's a channel on both sides of that little island. We'll give you, we're approaching a series of docks. We're gonna do a kind of a dock survey, like what are people putting on the dock, so we can get an idea what's good. And like what's our phase 1, phase 2. Alright, well, and we talked about Smith Point yesterday. I'm just going to give you another shot of it. This is Smith Point right there. I'll give you 3, really same spot we went yesterday, but we're not going there today. And you can see Coal Island to the left there. We're on the opposite side of the river today, and it would be a lot of fun to go explore these islands over here, but it's not what's on the agenda. I am going to go look at these driftwood. No, it's not driftwood. It's some old structure. I can't quite figure out what it was. Might have been a fish trap of some sort. We're almost to it, so let's go by there first. Now, I'll give you another shot of Smith Point. You can see it. It's actually pretty wide. We didn't fully get in front of it yesterday. got really shallow. The waves just started rolling heavier. Got a bunch of oyster crates below us. So yeah, those are the wooden stakes I was talking about. I don't know what they are. They look like they've been there forever. Alright, well yeah, if you look at it on a map overhead of Little Wicomico River, you see all these little black boxes, and that's these oyster trays. They have a nice little cove right here. Let's look at some docks. Or piers. They're actually piers. Some people every once in a while tell me that. Sometimes these oyster things look like caskets under the water. Have a bit of a gothic look about them. Okay, this guy's got power, it looks like. And he's got a hose up at the front, like a spigot you turn on there, and he's got a hose running under his deck to his sink right there. He's got an electric lift. Those are those gray boxes and the white poles sticking up in the air. But he doesn't have any bumpers anywhere that I can see. Got two lifts. I guess if you got two lifts, you don't need bumpers. Really high up off the ground, about where ours is. Which is what's freaking me out a little bit. Like if you put a bumper, how low do you put it? Because when the water's low, it's possibly up to 3 feet deeper, lower than at high tide. Now, this one's got a bunch of stuff going on. It's got just some heavy chairs out here. Those are got Tyrex plastic chair type thing. And they're just sitting there. They're not nailed. They got a rope running through them. Got a ladder, but no. So he is putting a ladder out there. I wondered if that would wash away. Got a couple lights. And this next dock has a couple bumpers and no lift with a mooring post. And there is an electric lift on the other side, but these are like staple-on fabric bumpers, and they do go all the way down, all the way up. So he's doing like a 6-foot bumper there, and leaves his ropes on his mooring post. And these are, if you see these floating trays there with the white, those are residential oyster trays you can hang off your dock. He's got a hose out here, so he's got water. Looks like they're running at least a 6-inch cleat, galvanized. They've got a wind machine. That's cool. I really like that. They've also got the army hats on the poles, keep them from rotting. Got electrical out here, a lift, and then they're running these strips of fabric or rubber nailed on, pretty long, going notably below their floor, their dock. Yes, it's a pier deck. I don't know what you call that. And then this is a good view of the lift. I'm too close. Squeeze them out. The lift is determined by the weight it has to pick up. That looks like a heavy one. Well, these guys must have some shallow water issues. They've gone pretty far out on their dock. It's 130 feet maybe. And given that docks cost about $250 a foot, you see these 400, 800 foot docks. Start doing the math, Whew. These guys look like they live here. They got a big boat shed and brick house. That's a little ski lift on the side here. Looks like they have a hose running out of here. Definitely going to have electrical for the lifts, most likely. Now they have a boat seat out here and a big tailor-made box. Those things are like $900 a piece. That's what I'm trying to avoid, but they do look good sitting out here. They also got the army hats on the islands. Alright, we're not going to go into Slough Creek. We're going to go across. There's a boat coming. I wonder where they're heading. What is that thing? Right there. It's like a barge, or I don't know what that is. Looks like it's pushing something. It's crazy looking. Sea life. It's cool. I lived a good life, but I could see growing up down here on the river, working a boat every day. I don't know what they're pushing. That's crazy. Looks like it's got crab pots on it. I think that's what it is. So it's pretty light. Okay, well, we know we have a ski lift, ski-doo lift over here, jet ski lift. They got some lights, so they got electricity. This is a really low dock. This is high water, but like, that's doesn't have much clearance. In a storm, this thing's going to take some water. I speculate. I don't really know what I'm talking about, so. It's a pretty dock. I do like the long ones. There's something a little more romantic about them. But I'm glad I didn't have to pay for that. Now they have a wooden bench halfway out in a little side section. You see between the two lights. So you come out halfway, have your gin and tonic, whatever's your poison of choice. And they've got a bench here at the end. And there's no, surprisingly no bumpers on anything. No one's putting bumpers on there. Doesn't seem very hospitable. Like, what if someone wants to visit with a nice boat? Seems like you should have a few pieces of rubber up there to make it feel like you're welcome. And this is a telescoping ladder. It's a Super Duty aluminum one there. We're talking about using a slightly more stainless steel and more of what you would put on a pontoon boat. It's a little smaller. Now this one has a lift, and looks like a section in front. Maybe if you don't want to get it up on the left, you can just tie up for a bit. And they've got bumpers down to about 6 inches off the water. That's what I thought. Like, I saw a couple with them higher, and it just seemed wrong. So I'm guessing that's the right call. Something like that. Got a ladder on the back, so the ladder seems like a good idea. Everybody's got a ladder. Everybody has a little bit of a table too. And this guy's got an antenna out here. That's an interesting concept. We have optical to the house, so essentially optical to about 20 feet from the house, and it goes to cable. 1 gigabit, so I don't think I need an antenna. I guess if it was powers out, you might. This one's got a cool boathouse. Got a roof on theirs. and a lift, but again, no bumpers for anybody. We got this old, I don't know what that was. It's an interesting old building. We got us Canadian geese up here in front of us. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can get a view. See what he does. Let us fly. Not here. Got an osprey nest in process. Maybe it looks like maybe last year's nest. Hadn't started rebuilding yet. I'm shoving with it. You hear the goose honks. I'm not going to cause them too much stress. It's springtime, mating and nesting. Probably a pretty stressful time for those guys. Okay, we got us a couple of ospreys sitting on a stick up here, and I do want to look at this dock. So let's see what happens there. Put a little more angle on it so you can get. What's weird is we got a osprey in the tree over here yelling at us. Oh, big guy. Unfortunately out of view. Again, these are long docks down here because the water is pretty shallow. I don't know if you saw that, but that was osprey going by. Now these two are going to yell at us on the stick. Yeah, these long docks are kind of cool. But you gotta run wiring out here, you gotta run plumbing. And we definitely didn't need it. And we had a jetty, so the jetty kind of, you don't want to interfere with what the jetty's doing. Turn this a little bit, let you watch those guys. They're probably not gonna be staying as I pass by. Well, they did so far. Alright, well, there went one right as we went out of camera, of course. Now here is another dock. I see ya. It's got electrical, got some oyster trays, got a wooden bench. You can see that right there in the middle. Got a big washing station like cleaning fish. The ropes on the mooring post, they have like very large cleats out here. They have cleats up high on their mooring posts. That's interesting. I wasn't going to do that, but maybe I should put one. I'll show you what I'm doing there. I don't know if you can see that one on that one, and then these big cleat right there holding rope. Not a bad idea. There's a little dock. Nothing going on. Alright, well that might be our survey. There's another really big long one. It goes, sometimes people have a need for a deck or a dock in their yard because they might have some wetlands like this one here. Just keeps going. Another, I don't know, couple 100 feet into that house. That's expensive. I guess if they last, it's all good. I don't know if they have like a little pond up there or something. That's interesting. I never noticed that before. They have a lift out here. Again, no bumpers for anyone. Most people don't visit. I know they do, so you just use your fenders while you're there. Good job of tying. Yeah, that's a nice little bench on their half section. Everybody's got integrated wooden benches primarily. I'm thinking about some aftermarket bolt-on myself. Instead of spending $900 for a nice wooden bench, do a couple $100. Let's see how that holds up. Yeah, that's another really long dock. Straight on the camera. Got a nice ladder, and then another tailor-made box out here. A couple oysters floating, trays floating, and an American flag. Welcome to America. We've come on to Sharps Creek now. Look at that boat. Talk about the jealousy tour. I want one of these. Something like that. Look at that thing. It's gorgeous. I don't know why, it just looks fun. Not a real big fisherman, but I'm willing to take people out. Maybe I do some charter work. Who knows? As soon as I get an extra 70 grand sitting around, I'll just buy one of those. Again, these are we went by these a few videos back. These are oyster trays hanging on big floats. Seems to be a pretty popular way of doing it in other parts of the Chesapeake. I haven't seen them as much here. I feel like they have a second purpose, like they also break the wake or something. There's also usually a ton of seagulls out here. I was going to say a crap ton because, you know, it's seagulls. Then I said I'd be more polite. I still failed at that. I don't know what these crates on top are for. Look really functional, like you can store things in that. Maybe they flip up and down. Oh, you know what? They're upside down crates. Somebody's emptied them of the oyster trays, and they're upside down right now. So that's what that looks like under the water for all those black things. Oh, there's a cormorant up there hanging out, or a loon one. I bet he won't let me get any closer, but let's see. I have been trying to get just a good shot of him. Something else up here. Can't tell what the other thing is. Looks like a seagull. A couple mini seagulls. Just gonna float in. Now, a cormorant can't fly until his wings dry. Well, not fly well or something. Because I have seen him fly from the water. And there's just seagulls in and out up here. And up ahead, the black shaped thing is a cormorant. He's drying his wings right as we speak. If you can tell, they're kind of stuck out. Gotta love seagulls, they could care less. They're like, yeah, whatever. Come on by. Maybe that's real hard. Let's see if we can get this cormorant. He seems to be okay with it. Oh, he just took off. Dang it. It's so close. Let's get you back in the middle. Now all the seagulls are taking off. When somebody's upset, they all go. Now it's time to turn around anyway. Alright, well, what's the dock survey today? I'm going to do one, hopefully my wife's going to join me tomorrow. We'll do another one. Make it one video, maybe. Time for a paddle back. I'll try to keep my mouth shut. We're straight ahead. Which kind of sucks because the wind is blowing water on us. Go out and come back in because it's too straight on for these parallel to the wave. And the thing is, when you pick up a paddle, it has a bit of a spray on it, and the wind is to your side. Whichever side it's blowing towards you is essentially gives you a big splash in the face every time you pull a paddle out. To go out a little and come back in. Now I'm going to shut up. Invigorating. I think that got the end of my phone too. I'm going to let that dry out before I can charge. Oh boy. Okay, let's back away a little bit. Okay, that was another cormorant over there. So I was wondering if it was all the same one. It looks like they're kind of solitary. They don't hang out with others. That's my brilliant wisdom of a few hours of watching it. There you go. You wasted another 40 minutes with me. Oh well. Have a great day.